What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie, and I'm back with an episode of Roadie Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. This movie was directed by the returning J.J. Abrams, stars Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Adam Driver, Mark Hamill, and is about the Resistance facing the First Order once again in the final chapter to the Skywalker saga. Daisy Ridley returns as the Jedi Rey. She plays her role excellently. She embodies everything that a Star Wars protagonist should be. Adam Driver gives it all as Kylo Ren. He does an excellent job and works very well with Ridley. John Boyega and Oscar Isaac play Finn and Poe respectively. They add a lot to this film. I liked Finn a little bit more. They had good chemistry and they used them well in this film. Chewie, Lando, and C-3PO? They were Chewie, Lando, and C-3PO. Okay, we can't ignore the 800-pound gorilla much longer. The late Carrie Fisher as Leia. The effects they used to bring her into this movie were incredible, but sadly they made her feel detached where she never was in the first 3 Star Wars films. The visuals and cinematography were mind-blowing, as are most with Star Wars films. John Williams' score, as with most of his body of work, is an orgasm for your ear. I've always liked his work from Jaws, Indiana Jones, Superman, and Jurassic Park. The man is it when it comes to film scores. The action scenes were good, and the lightsaber duels had a lot of flippy shit, and if you've seen my wrestling reviews, I like flippy shit. Upon rewatching The Last Jedi, which I liked in my first review, further viewings left me disconnected from The Force Awakens. Thankfully, Abrams patched up the movie where Rian Johnson cut ties from. Now, sadly, I do have some issues with this movie. It is very exposition heavy at the beginning. I'm guessing because Abrams had to bridge the gap left by Johnson in The Last Jedi, which I kind of felt was a wasted chapter. Everything was wedged into what seemed to be a near 2.5 hour runtime. The Knights of Ren finally come back, but they're shoehorned into the beginning, but act like they've been here the whole time. And they really don't do jack all. This movie tries way too hard to look like its original trilogy brethren. Some of the characters were omitted where their presence should have been warranted, and the new characters they introduced were good, they were cool, but they really did nothing with them, and I felt they could have used that time to flesh out the rest of the story. There is a ton of fan service in this movie. Now, I'm not saying fan service is bad, but holy shit, they laid it on thick to the point where it was almost insulting. Some of the scenes I felt like Abrams was just giving the double kickstands to Johnson for pretty much messing up the whole series. One of my biggest gripes in this movie is the return of Palpatine. It's not a spoiler. He's in the trailers. He's on the poster. We all know he's back. But his return kind of negates the ending of the Return of the Jedi and Anakin's sacrifice at the end of the movie. And there was something that happened towards the end of the film, and I'm not going to give any spoilers out to it. It kind of left me thinking, this leaves some major plot holes in regards to the earlier trilogies. This was a satisfying end to the Star Wars saga. If you're a Star Wars fan, go see it. If you're not, I wouldn't bother. I thought it was a good movie, but there were some flaws. But that'll do it for this episode of Roadie Reviews. Leave a comment down below what you thought of this movie and what you thought about this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, may the Force be with you. See ya.